I want to talk a little bit about the structure. As I said, we started with a website. The website became a community. The community became a development team and a collaborative effort. And then it came time to, then people were like, this is fantastic, love the designs, etc. But the designs were basically, here's a printed circuit board design that you can get fabbed, and here's the components that you can buy from DigiKey, and here's like how you solder it together, and it was just way too hard. So the community said, well, you just make it for us. We just want to buy this stuff, right? We don't want to buy circuit boards. We want to buy boxes that you just plug in. So we created 3D Robotics as a company to serve this. And this is largely the structure. We have a nonprofit side, which is the software, documentation, and all that. Then we have a for-profit side, which is the hardware. So in a sense, we give away the bits and we sell the atoms. And this is called open source hardware. And it's a lot like Arduino and Raspberry Pi and others, MakerBot, the 3D printer. These are all examples of open source hardware. So we're part of that world. And there's a lot of tricky things about it, licensing and liability and et cetera. And we're navigating our way through it. And we're not doing it all perfectly. But this is, I think, an exciting opportunity to apply the web's innovation model to industries as important as aerospace and manufacturing. This is the cover of Make magazine, which is sort of the Bible of the maker movement, which we're part of. And I just wanted to sort of tell the story of this guy here. They did something on drones last year, and this is Geordie Munoz. So in 2007, when I got started, Geordie was also getting involved in this stuff. He didn't know about me, and I didn't know about him. And he was flying a helicopter with a Wii controller and Arduino. It's really cool stuff. I didn't know about him. He thought he was the only person in the world doing this. He Googles, he couldn't find anything. That very same week, I was setting up DIY drones. So on a Wednesday, he Googled, didn't find anything, designed his Wii controller, for the helicopter. The next week, he Googles again, and he finds us. In that week, I'd set up DIY drones. He finds that he's one of the first, 1,000 people who signed up, and he posted a video of him doing it. And then he posted his code. And I'm like, this guy's awesome. He knows everything I want to know. I must work with him. And eventually we did some projects together. We did a blimp. We did for one of our first autopilots. And I said, it's time to start a company. I got a day job. Will you start a company and run it and call it 3D Robotics? And he said, sure. And I said, well, I've never met you. Can you tell me a little something about yourself? And it turns out that when he first came online, when he first got started this, he was a 19-year-old living in Tijuana, just graduated from high school. Today he's president of a multi-million-dollar robotics company running pick-and-place lines in 2 factories and huge teams of engineers. Still hasn't been to college. But this is the amazing thing. This is what the web's innovation model does, is it allows you to find the best people regardless of what their qualifications or CV or education was. And this, what I love about our community is that it's got loads of PhDs and it's got loads of kids. And it's got loads of people who work for tech companies, and it's got loads of people who don't have anything to do with tech by day at all. And they all have something to contribute. So when we got started, making stuff, I began with my children putting together a blimp kit. And this is us putting together our first, I have 5 kids, these are 3 of them, and this is us putting together a kit. And this is how it started. Very hobbyist, very makery. By the way, lesson from this, do not put a 6-year-old on quality control. Did not work out so well. The customers were particularly unsympathetic when you explained the reason it was missing parts is that a 6-year-old put it together. So this is the way we got started. That's us 4 years ago. This is Geordie with his first garage. That was him 2 years ago, and this is like 1/10 of one of our 2 factories today. That's what's possible today. These are pick and place machines and reflow ovens and stencil printers and CNC machines in the back. It is just amazing what you can do almost overnight when you've got 24-year-olds, running it. Because what 24-year-olds don't know, they don't know you're not supposed to be able to do this. They don't know you're supposed to have degrees in industrial engineering. They don't know that you're supposed to have qualifications. They don't know any of that. All they know is that it's out there. So they all go on Google, they go on eBay, they just do it. And what Geordie taught me, so you would have thought that when the editor-in-chief of Wired magazine partners with a 19-year-old from Tijuana that basically I teach him everything. And it's exactly the opposite. I taught him nothing, right? Today I was explaining exactly how a performance review works, but that was the only thing. He taught me about Arduino, he taught me about Kalman filters, he taught me about sensors, he taught me about manufacturing, and he taught me about Tijuana. How many people here have been to Tijuana? Okay, when you think of Tijuana, do you think of, throw out some things. What do you think of? Drugs, crime, tequila. Right, okay, let me tell you, I'm exactly like you, right? That's exactly what I thought about Tijuana. Tijuana is a city of 6 million. It's more than twice as large as San Diego. All these screens, every screen you see, most of the electronics, the big electronics you buy in the United States are made in Tijuana. It's got one of the most advanced manufacturing sectors in North America. It's safer than where I live. I live in Oakland. Oakland's scary. Tijuana is basically hasn't been scary for, now Juarez on the other hand is scary, but Tijuana has not been scary for like 5 years. I used to live in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong and Shenzhen are this kind of, combo, with Hong Kong being sort of developed and where you put the offices in Shenzhen, where you do the manufacturing. San Diego and Tijuana are the same thing. So what these like 20-something Tijuana kids taught me is that Mexico was the secret to bring manufacturing back to North America. Mexico graduates more engineers every year than the United States, and a lot more electrical and production engineers, which is what we hire. Incredible asset. And as a result of having our own manufacturing facilities, we do just-in-time manufacturing. So we can innovate super, super fast because we're not making 6,000 of something and waiting a year for it. We make just small batches, 60, 100 at a time, and we can change the design every day. And that's what the luck of just partnering with a Mexican kid turned out to be the absolute secret to competing with the basically Chinese, innovation machine, which is awesome, but we wanted to provide an alternative. Chinese level manufacturing, but web style innovation with open collaboration and real fast iteration. This is a glimpse of our Tijuana facility now, our second facility. And this one, everything we know about manufacturing, we're now learning from these people in TJ who have these great, electrostatic discharge policies and ISO 9001 compliance, et cetera. And we just got a lease on a 50,000, a lease option on a 50,000 square foot manufacturing facility. 50,000 square feet manufacturing facility in Tijuana costs $2,000 a month. Right, 50,000 square feet is about the size of this room. That's how North America is going to start to compete globally again by using sort of the NAFTA model advanced forward 20 years.